Hello friends and not yet friends, welcome back to Mary's Test Kitchen. Let's make this gorgeous baked fried rice with cheese inspired by Cha Chaan Teng dishes that come with this creamy bechamel and cheese topping, and of course we'll make ours without any meat, eggs or dairy, but somehow it ends up tasting like it does have meat, eggs and dairy. Plus it's really easy and quick to make. If you like that sort of thing, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, you can get the full printable recipe linked in the description. Our vegan baked fried rice with cheese comes together rather quickly, so please have all your ingredients ready to go. For example, these frozen peas, just pour over hot water so they will thaw. And same with this frozen corn. Heat a non-stick pan over medium to medium-high heat. Wait until it gets hot enough, and you'll know that by flicking in a little water. If it sizzles up right away, you're good to go. With a little olive oil. I said a little. It's okay, we can pour off any excess and use it later. Then go in with your leftover rice. If you don't already have leftover rice, you can make it fresh, just a little bit on the drier side. So whether it's freshly made hot rice or leftover cold rice, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, you just cook cold rice a little longer than hot rice. Spread it out and season with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast, a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar or 1-to-1 sweetener, and 1/8 teaspoon of white pepper. White pepper gives it a very authentic flavor in my opinion. Then fold everything together. At this stage, if your rice was a bit overly wet, you can slowly evaporate it out. With this style of non-stick pan, I keep the heat closer to medium than high, so even though it's not as fast as using my usual wok, I can cook a bit more slowly and in a more relaxed way. You just want the rice to be nicely heated through, the grains separated, and a little toasty. It's a good time now to add in our thawed frozen veggies. Fold them in. And now make some room to add a teaspoon of olive oil. For our liquid vegan egg. I know I am late, but this was really expensive up until now, so I didn't buy it until I found it on clearance. But would you look at that? It's super realistic, so if you've never liked eggs, go for a softer medium tofu scramble instead of this part. As for the rest of us, I mean, the way it scrambles, it's just like a chicken egg. I've had plenty of warning, but still, my mind is blown. When it's cooked through, I like to sprinkle a little black salt, aka kalinamak, for an extra eggy flavor. Flip it out of the way and add your choice of plant-based ground. This one comes frozen, so I've got to break it up and let it heat through. You could use some marinated TVP or cooked whole lentils. Use your imagination. Remember, this is your vegan egg fried rice and there are no rules. Season with either a teaspoon of vegan oyster sauce mixed with a tablespoon of broth or water, or a tablespoon of this stuff. It says vegan oyster sauce on the label, but vegan oyster sauce should not be this watery. At least when oyster sauce is called for, this stuff is nothing like a good substitution. It's kind of like when you're nearly out of your bottle of vegan oyster sauce and you can't get the last bit out because it's so thick, so you just add a little bit of hot water in it and this is what it tastes like. But hey, we use what we can get on short notice and it's gluten-free, so it has that going for it. This is ready to toss together. And you could pretty much stop here if you wanted a quick and easy, delicious vegan fried rice. But that's not the dish we're making today. After tasting and adjusting for salt if you like, transfer the rice to your oven-safe serving dish or dishes. These little guys are honestly a bit small for an adult-sized serving, so I have a little left over in the pan. Just use whatever you have at home that will do the job. Rinse and dry your pan and we can make a little vegan bechamel with a couple tablespoons of vegan butter. Melt it in the pan over medium heat. When it's completely melted, add a couple tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Today I'm using a gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour, which will work very similarly to regular. Mix it all in so the flour can cook off that raw flour taste. Then add a 1/4 cup of plain plant-based milk. You might want to turn off the heat or at least lower the heat at this point. Mix it in so it forms a paste. Then another 1/4 cup. We're going to keep mixing in a little liquid at a time so we can get the sauce consistency without lumps. Then add a little seasoning, white pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Finally, to thin it the rest of the way, I'm going to add some warm water, just a tablespoon or so at a time, until I reach the consistency I want. And finally, pour it over the top of the rice. And we can't forget our vegan mozzarella shreds. These are now ready to go under the broiler. My broiler heats up really fast, so they will only need about 4 to 5 minutes under there. Every oven is a little different, so do pay attention to it. We want it to get bubbly hot and a little golden. Some darker parts are okay, but try to avoid letting it get black spots, which will make your dish bitter. And there we have it. Baked fried rice with cheese, made vegan, but the look and taste will fit right in at a Hong Kong-style cafe. That lovely, cheesy, creamy topping on fried rice is such a wonderful combination. I hope you give this a try. And let me know what other dishes you want to see on this channel next. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already for more delicious plant-based recipes. Bye for now.